Pisa man does whatever Pisa man can. Lautaro Martinez stepping up and silencing the critics. Yes, they call him Crotone man, Salernitana man, or Pisa man here, but who cares? This is what we wanted from our captain, our leader, to step up. Inter, we did not have a good game, but in the end, 2-0 win away at Pisa. I know it sounds like it should be easy. I know it sounds like maybe Inter should win 3-4-0. It's only Pisa, newly promoted team, relegation battling. But no, you guys know, if you watch Serie A over these last few years, these are those tricky games. Midday, afternoon kickoff. The team is just a little bit flat. The players, the other team is fighting for their life. It wasn't a good game, guys. It was not a good game. If you watch this game, you have my full respect, and of course, you should have the full respect for me. And if you do, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But this is what we needed, regardless of the performance. The performance wasn't great. Very, very flat performance. Very uninspiring performance. We've barely created any big chances, really. But this is why we needed this win to keep pace with Milan, who won yesterday against Lazio with a very controversial last-minute Pavlovic handball controversy, etc., etc. I wasn't expecting much from Lazio anyway, so that's that. We've got Roma, Napoli later today, so there I am expecting maybe a draw, or at least both teams maybe dropping points. So this was a vital, vital win. Coming off two back-to-back losses, of course, we can't forget that. But when the goal went in, it was such a bad match to watch. But look at the defended by the fans. He does live with the heart on his sleeve, and I'm happy for him. It wasn't a great Lautaro Martinez in terms of individually. I don't think it was that great of an individual performance from Lautaro until the goal. And again, I always say, to me, it's not really about the goal with Lautaro. It's the total performance. So today, if he had no goals today, I wasn't really that impressed with Lautaro's performance. I was messaging me, though, one of the friends of the channel. If you told me at like the 50th, 60th minute today, you've never watched a Serie A game or Inter game, and you tune into this game and you ask me who's the highest paid striker or player in this match today, I would have said Mbala Enzola. This guy looked like he was the biggest striker on the pitch. Because let's be real, Marcus Thuram also had a pretty stinky game. Every time Inter lost the ball, Pisa were ready to hit us on the counter attack, especially in the second half. I think Kivu was lucky today. This was suicidal, leaving Acerbi 1v1 on the edge of our half against Enzola, who was burning him, out muscling him every single time. That was borderline suicide by Kivu today, and luckily he didn't get punished. I seen similar scenes at Spezia when Enzola played against us under Inzaghi. I don't know why he chose to start Acerbi today. Today was not the game for Acerbi. I know here on Football, if you look at the ratings, Acerbi's got a high rating. I don't really know why, because I didn't feel like he actually won many of his duels. It says here, I mean, he won the aerial duels, but I don't feel like on the ground. I think he was very shaky today. Got early yellow card as well. Rightly got subbed off for Bisek. I think Bisek should have started anyway and put Akanji in the middle. I think both Akanji as well. Not that Akanji, Bastoni were amazing. They all struggled to kind of deal with Meister and Zola, because they're both very physical, tall, athletic strikers. They did make life difficult for our back line. And Pisa had a few chances, I'll be real. If you looked at the statistics up until like the 75th, 80th minute, Pisa were actually out XGing us. But then as soon as Lautaro's goal went in, we started creating more and more chances. The second goal, obviously, that was pretty much a tap in for Lautaro. And then we even created opportunities for a third couple of times as well. And in the end, it looks like it was more of a comfortable win than it actually was. This was a very difficult win. I'm not going to call it gritty, because we didn't really get too stuck in, or really, I didn't feel like we really, put the foothold on this game. But sometimes it's fine to get these types of wins as well. You need them in your journey towards challenging for the Scudetto. We know now we are experienced in these Scudetto fights and title challenges. You just need these wins over the line. Teams like Milan, teams like Napoli last season, of these teams will continue. Roma this season, they're getting every single Roma win almost feels like it's been like one of these types of wins. So I'm actually very, very happy with this win, regardless of the as I must reiterate, because it's important that this was not a nice performance. Very, very ugly performance. I thought coming back off 2 losses, I was expecting this Inter team to really be ready to jump on this Pisa team. But anyway, let's quickly go through some of the highlights of the game. Honestly, as I said, boring game. On Inter side, Pisa before this created a few half chances, but Inter took till the 27th minute to have a real, not even proper chance, half chance from Lautaro off a set piece. His header goes narrowly wide, actually, pretty good header. Then he had like a decent volley that he hit into the ground, and then it went over. But really, Inter struggled to create anything. Open play, set play, it was very, very difficult. Pisa defended very well, but Inter were very toothless. Second half, same story. This was a decent chance for Barella, but he shoots wide. He tried to claim for a corner. I can't remember if he actually gave the corner in the end. But again, Inter really struggled to create anything. They just couldn't break Pisa down, but they also were really not taking much initiative, not trying to shoot from distance, not trying to take players on. Very, very flat. And then here is where the match changes. PIO Esposito, game changer today. We missed Boni. Boni was out with the flu, so he was a little bit ill, unluckily. But PIO came on and made an impact. Not just the assist here. He is the one. This starts from a Pisa throw-in. He presses the throw-in, wins the ball back. Then he gets the ball back, hits it quickly, and he doesn't like just pass it. He hits it across to Lautaro, who has good movement and finishes with his weaker left foot as well. Very good finish. We know Lautaro is actually better when it's with these instinctive first time finishes a lot of the time. But big credit to PIO, game changing performance from him. And then the second one, you can't see him here. He's on the edge of the box, but big shout out to Andy Diouf. 2 back-to-back impressive cameo performances from Andy Diouf now. Today, I think he actually came on as a right wing back for Luis Enrique, who we'll get into. So fair play to Andy Diouf for getting stuck in whatever position it was in. He was heavily involved in this second goal with Zielinski, who was holding the ball onto the side, and he passes it to Andy Diouf. Andy Diouf passes it first time into Barella. Barella hits it into Lautaro Martinez across the goal, who is there for an easy tap in. But great play from Inter, probably the only nice play from Inter the whole game, and it deserved the goal and got a goal. But Andy Diouf deserves credit there, and Andy Diouf almost got Lautaro a hat trick. Lautaro went from having a poor game to almost having a hat trick in the space of 10-15 minutes. Andy Diouf takes his player on. I think the whole stadium knows Andy Diouf is very left-footed, but he chops onto his right foot, goes onto the byline, crosses it back into Lautaro. I don't know how this wasn't a corner. The keeper did save it onto the post, but we didn't end up scoring from it. And then there was another big opportunity we almost created at the end with Bisek. He couldn't get his pass right to Zielinski. But yeah, the substitutes today changed the game. PIO Esposito changed the game. Andy Diouf changed the game. I think Bisek brought on some more calmness. I think it wasn't a coincidence that Pisa created nothing after Bisek came on. And then Augusto even came on in the end to go back to right wing back and bring Andy Diouf into the middle. Individually, as I said already, I wasn't impressed with either our strikers today, but then Lautaro stepped up in the second half, so fair play. Luis Enrique, last chance saloon, I think, and he's failed once again. Again, it's like you can copy and paste my comments from every single Luis Enrique game that he's had. He didn't do anything wrong today, really. A couple of times maybe defensively he looked a little bit off or out of position, but again, adding nothing to the play. I thought he started off okay, like some nice touches, some nice passes, but he always keeps it so safe, very, very safe, very plain, very boring. Never tries to take his player on. I think he didn't attempt any dribbles, didn't attempt any type of difficult cutting pass, nothing. Just he's just happy to kind of run around back and forth, complete passes, mostly backwards, mostly sideways, just adds really nothing. And I think when it comes to, again, to the big games, whilst Dumfries is out, I think Kivu will probably continue playing Carlos Augusto as the right wing back, or even maybe continue this right wing back Andy Diouf experiment. But again, I don't think he will start Andy Diouf as a right wing back, probably more as an impact sub if we need a goal like today. Our midfield was very flat. I think the ratings for Barella and Hakan are a little bit exaggerated. I know Barella did end up getting the assist in the end, but I don't really think they did anything incisive, anything particularly creative. But they did try to battle in that midfield, which was very difficult duel today. Sucic got subbed off at halftime, which I thought was a little bit harsh, but Zielinski as well. I think Zielinski, um, nothing, groundbreaking or anything crazy, highlight worthy, but he did make a positive impact into the game. So Kivu made the right decision there, although I felt it was a little bit harsh on Sucic. Zoma not really tested today. There was a couple of times that Pisa got through, but luckily they miscued their shots a little bit wide. Not the game today to judge Jan Zoma in. But yeah, happy with all, as I said, all the substitutes apart from Carlos Augusto made great impact into the game, and we got the job done, which is the most important thing. But yeah, Andy Diouf, the next game up, which is going to be the Coppa Italia game. Andy Diouf needs to be starting this game for sure. Andy Diouf on December 3rd, in just 3 days, into Venezia at home. I want to see Andy Diouf start this game. Still put Luis Enrique out there. If Boni's back, Boni Esposito in this game, I want to see heavy rotation in this game. This is the opportunity for Kivu to rotate and rest some players for sure. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Were you impressed by Lautaro today? Does this give you confidence for the future? What did you make of Andy Diouf? What did you make of Luis Enrique? Let me know in the comments down below. I always read every single comment. Ciao ragazzi, always, Forza Inter. Now time to hate watch Roma and Napoli.